Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. The Wyln Foundation called a leadership summit on coronavirus outbreak responses this afternoon in Wilkes-Barre. The regional leader in healthcare philanthropy in both northeastern and central Pennsylvania convened a major summit of the area mayors, hospital CEOs, and other healthcare professionals to talk coronavirus preparedness.
It was great to get together with the local leaders, the local hospitals, and everybody else that's affected by this disease that's coming through. So everybody got together, gave their ideas, got some input from the state and federal government on how to handle the situation. After today, I really feel that the Northeast PA has been prepared. We've been getting together and organizing and coming up with a game plan that if something would happen, we would be prepared for it to handle it properly and quickly.
Regional leaders presented their institutional response and readiness plans, the coordinated dissemination of information, and perceived or actual gaps in readiness that needed addressing.
We are prepared, not panicked. This is serious. We're going to treat it seriously, but we're going to be responsive to the public to make sure that they understand that there are protocols in place, that there are healthcare agencies in place, and there are providers in place to make sure that we're there for their families and their communities.
The big message from Wyln today was, though we're living in challenging times from a healthcare perspective, the most important thing we need to do is remain calm, because we have the resources we need to make sure people have access to the best possible healthcare.
Our mission is to make sure that our friends and neighbors have the best access to health care and wellness in northeastern and north central Pennsylvania. Our purpose today was to make sure that we, as a region, were ready at the healthcare provider level, at the municipal level, at the educational level. And this meeting pulled all of the experts together to make sure that we can answer that question with an affirmative yes. We are ready and we are prepared.
Pay attention daily to information from the State Department of Health because they continually update the public.
What happens in these kinds of situations when you have a worldwide pandemic? We have a new world order in terms of social media and getting information from all kinds of sources. Make sure you have the right information. Go to the Department of Health. Go to those healthcare providers that we can trust. Make sure you have the right information. Is power. We cannot let fear and uncertainty rule the day. We want to make sure the families of Pennsylvania, the families of northeastern Pennsylvania are safe, and we can do that through groups like was coordinated today by Wyln Foundation.
So if you're not feeling great, give your doctor's office a call because we do have access to the resources we need in northeastern and central Pennsylvania to meet this challenge head on. Thanks for the video, Phil. Hazleton Area School Board met last night for a committee meeting regarding reports and their budget. WYLN's Phil Kaufman has more.
We met at the Hazleton Area School District's Administration Building for the School Board Committee meeting. During the meeting, several reports were presented and discussed. Superintendent Brian Uplinger spoke with us on the committee meeting and some of the discussions and items addressed on the agenda.
We're looking to move forward with some type of building project. We're not exactly sure yet. We have two options to look at for next 2 weeks from now. At the next meeting, the board will decide on a direction that will set us up for many years to come. Either option is very viable to the district or for the district and for the students to help with the overcrowding that we're seeing. That it continues. You know, we get enrollments every single day. So, which is again never a bad thing. It's fantastic. We'll take the kids. We just need a place to put them, and that's what the board's going to decide on what direction to go there.
Uplinger also commented on the recommendations of the board's financial advisor on refinancing options that they would be able to do that would save them close to $500,000, as Uplinger stated.
Other stuff that we discussed are only going to improve the overall dynamic of the district. And again, we're always centering every decision around all the students, so we're very happy to continue to do that and have a board that's very supportive of doing that. And I appreciate everything they do, and everybody else in the district is fantastic. So we're doing good things.
Reporting from the Hazleton School District's Administration Building, this is Philip Kaufman with WYLN News.
Thanks, Phil. And more news about Uplinger, who sent out a letter to parents and guardians today regarding concerns over the virus. The letter states that parents will be notified immediately should there be a cancellation with respect to COVID-19. The school district is monitoring the situation very closely and has plans in place to address instructional needs if closures occur. The district, however, does not plan to close unless directed to or by the governor, or if something happens within the district to mandate a closure. Pennsylvania State Police are looking for a 16-year-old girl who went missing from North Union Township. Bailey Rose Miller left her home on Buck Mountain Road around 6 p.m. Wednesday to go to the Hazleton Walmart and failed to come back home. She's a student at Hazleton Area High School and described as standing 5'3" with blue-green eyes and long brown hair, which is shaved on the left side just above her ear. Anyone who may have information on her whereabouts is being asked to call PSP Frackville at 570-874-5300. Several people are displaced following an apartment building fire in Carbon County this morning. The fire began shortly after 4 this morning at a building on East Ridge Street in Lansford. The fire is believed to have started on the second floor, then spread to the third floor and roof. Nearly 100 firefighters from Carbon and Schuylkill counties were called to help put out the blaze. 11 people were able to escape, but several pets died. The American Red Cross and American Legion Post 123 are helping those who were displaced. According to the Lansford fire chief, the apartment building was a total loss. State police are investigating the cause of that early morning fire in Carbon County. 2 people face charges for child endangerment after a 1-year-old was found unresponsive at a home in the borough of McAdoo. Emergency responders were called to 108 South Kennedy Drive March 1st after receiving a 911 call from 23-year-old Amber Scintilla. A 1-year-old boy was taken to the hospital where his blood tested positive for opiates. He suffered cardiac arrest and was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest. Scintilla told police that 21-year-old Felix Rivas lived in the home and was recovering from drug addiction. Police obtained a search warrant and found heroin, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia in the home. Rivas was charged with child endangerment along with numerous other drug offenses. Scintilla was also charged with child endangerment, reckless endangerment, and drug charges. The child is expected to recover. A Glen Lyon woman waived her right to a preliminary hearing yesterday on child endangerment charges. Police investigated 39-year-old Charlene June Riera after her 6-month-old daughter died at the family home on Arch Street back in January. Though Riera hasn't been charged with causing her daughter's death, she's facing child endangerment charges after authorities discovered her children were living in a home smeared with feces and filled with garbage. Her charges were bonded over to Luzerne County Court as she remains free on $25,000 unsecured bail until her next court appearance scheduled for April 27th. Officials in Luzerne County are using precautionary measures to keep the coronavirus out of the prison. Employees are sanitizing and cleaning high-traffic areas regularly. The prison sees around 400 new inmates every month, so additional screening questions were added at intake to determine if inmates have flu-like symptoms or recently visited areas with confirmed cases of the virus. Visitors who show symptoms aren't allowed in the visiting area. If an inmate exhibits symptoms, they'd be quarantined in isolation units to be treated by medical experts. The county's court system also hosted a planning session today to develop a regional court response to the virus. Coming up on WYLN News, more on Penn State's actions against the virus, straight from the Hazleton Chancellor, plus a drop in gas prices. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Rain tomorrow morning with temperatures almost reaching 60. Makes for a beautiful weekend, though. We'll be right back.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Whitetail Preserve has an immediate opening for a chef. Please call 570-455-4251, extension 1378 for details. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call Wyln News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. Wyln, we're your local network.
Penn State University is one of many higher education institutions that decided to conduct online classes for the safety of the student body and faculty. Our Julie Stefanovich has more from Chancellor Dr. Gary Lawler.
Penn State University announced on Wednesday that it will suspend in-person classes and initiate online ones starting on Monday. This comes in light of precautions being taken during the coronavirus pandemic. We spoke with Penn State Hazleton Chancellor Dr. Gary Lawler about the safety measures.
Our greatest concern has been for the health and safety of our students, our faculty, our staff, and the surrounding community regarding the coronavirus.
The university has been closely monitoring information coming from the CDC, the Pennsylvania Department of Health, and the World Health Organization to make some preliminary decisions.
Our students currently are on spring break. They will not be returning from spring break and going to a remote education from March 16th through April 3rd, so that we can deliver a continuity of classwork and certainly of learning. And we hope to have everyone ready to go by Monday. And we're looking forward to the resiliency of our students and working towards the end of the semester.
Students are being encouraged to avoid visiting the campus and staying away from large gatherings. They can still call the campus with any questions or visit the website.
We will also be updating the website with the most recent information and frequently asked questions and all of the pertinent knowledge that students would need to know relative to continuing their classes at Penn State Hazleton.
In-person classes at Penn State are expected to resume on Monday, April 6th at the earliest. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Gas prices are dropping, with experts saying the average for a gallon of regular gas could drop to under $2 in 2 or 3 weeks. Prices have been decreasing since the last week of February in Pennsylvania because oil prices already started to drop. Coronavirus is said to represent a large risk to oil demand. The more the virus spreads to developed countries, the lower demand will go. Within the past week, the state's gas prices have fallen 4.9 cents per gallon, averaging $2.58, and are 6 cents per gallon lower than last month. It's hard to say how long these low prices will last, but the price of oil might see a long-term decline because of increased production in the U.S., which could negatively affect natural gas companies throughout the state. Coming up on Jim Thorpe's News Choice, we talk animal cruelty with the Carbon County Animal Shelter and Community and You. Plus, tons of season suspensions in the world of sports, so stay with us.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Have your Eventwood Whitetail graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
It has become an all too familiar situation. Animals being neglected or abused. Animal shelters come to the call in these situations to rescue and care for the pets involved in cruelty cases. The Carbon County Animal Shelter in Nesquehoning steps up to the plate when it comes to helping dogs in need.
We do get calls of cruelty, and that gets directed to the cruelty officer of Carbon County, which is Donna Crum. We do get calls of dog bites or neighbors with dogs that aren't licensed, and that gets referred to our county dog warden, which is Mr. Jason Bell. He handles that. And when we get police calls, we handle them as they come in.
There are also numerous circumstances where a dog owner finds themselves facing the reality that they have to surrender their pet, whether it's due to an illness, financial difficulties, or moving away from their current home.
Yeah, they need to call us. Everything, you got to call us. Surprises are never good. So if somebody has a dog and they can't keep it and they live in Carbon County, they're welcome to call us and we'll make arrangements to help them as quick as possible. Usually it's done the same day. Sometimes you have to wait a day or two. But we also like, when we have some time, is to find a dog a home before it comes in here. Because if you can get a home for a dog straight from its original home, it's less stressful on the dog. If people can deal with the owner instead of the shelter worker, they're going to ask more questions and get a better feel of how the dog is than from us. So if we can find a dog a home without it coming in here, we work hard to do that too.
Carbon County welcomes donations and volunteers to help the dogs and upkeep of the shelter.
You could be a friend of Carbon County by giving as little as $2 and as much as thousands. I mean, the key is come in, meet us, see what the operation's about. If you could walk a dog or two, that's great. If you could donate some cleaning products, that helps. Food always helps, but everybody's welcome to be part of the shelter. We kind of like to have everybody involved that wants to be.
Social media also plays a big role in helping the dogs get adopted or reunited with their owners.
Facebook page has been great for us because it gets the pictures of our dogs out, it gets information out of dogs that are found, it gets information out of dogs that need homes that aren't here yet. So we have a good group of people that kind of handle that, and we have a lot of members that are on Facebook that follow us and share the information. So we're the Carbon County Animal Shelter. Just get the one in Nesquehoning because there is one in Utah. And every once in a while, I'll get a call like, I want them puppies you got, and I'm like, we don't have no puppies here. So just get the right one and you'll be fine.
To check on all the new happenings with the Carbon County Animal Shelter, you can visit them on Facebook, stop by, or call 570-325-4828. Stay tuned next time when we talk about matching the right dog with the right owner.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
The United Way's Community Easter Dinner set for Sunday, April 12th, was canceled. The decision was made after carefully monitoring local and national developments with the spread and potential of the coronavirus. This means that all aspects of the dinner are canceled as well, including, but not limited to, the eat-in dinner held at Holy Rosary Church in Hazleton, homebound deliveries, and deliveries to any and all emergency medical and safety personnel on duty that day. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce also postponed its annual job fair for March 26th. It's been rescheduled for September 17th. The CDC recommends taking preventative actions by avoiding crowds and staying home as much as possible. And Jim Thorpe followed suit, postponing this year's Irish Fest that was scheduled for this weekend. The Jim Thorpe Tourism Agency decided to act out of caution, given the ever-changing developments surrounding the spread of the virus, as well as all the local St. Patrick's Day parades postponing as well. Although there are no reported cases in Carbon County to date, they say their number one priority is the safety and well-being of their community and those who visit the area. Borough restaurants and merchants will be open this weekend and have already been taking precautionary measures, while the JTTA works on rescheduling Irish Fest for a later date. On another note, Pottsville also announced that their St. Patrick's Day parade scheduled for Saturday was canceled. Well, the PIAA says game off indefinitely due to the widespread virus concerns reaching PA's top high school athletes. As of today, it shut down the state basketball tournament for 2 weeks minimum. The Class 3A swimming and diving championships at Bucknell University will finish by the end of today with limited spectators, while the Class 2A portions suspended for at least 2 weeks. The PIAA voted in favor of the decision unanimously for the 2-week hiatus, which will allow schools time to perform self-assessments and make decisions to promote optimal health conditions in their communities. And in professional sports news, the NBA, NHL, MLS, and MLB put season suspensions in place until further notice. Our Ryan Osachi has the story.
The recent COVID-19 pandemic has put professional basketball, hockey, soccer, and baseball seasons to a halt. The organizations plan to use this hiatus to determine steps moving forward regarding the coronavirus pandemic. The NBA's decision came after a Utah Jazz player tested positive Wednesday for the virus. It was reported that so far the NBA's shutdown is expected to last a minimum of 2 weeks. However, that time frame isn't very secured. On the same day, the NCAA announced that men's and women's Division I tournaments would be played without fans permitted inside, making the exception for a few family members and essential staff. Just this morning, the NHL officially suspended its regular season too. Morning skates and practices were already canceled for this morning in wake of the NBA's announcement. As of this afternoon, no NHL players are known to have the virus. The MLS suspended match play for 30 days effective immediately as of today as well, following in the recent footsteps of their fellow professional sports leagues. The MLB made their official statement later this afternoon, suspending spring training games and delaying the start of their 2020 regular season by at least 2 weeks. Each organization is currently working with their home courts, rinks, and fields to reschedule matchups in the summer months. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Ryan Osachi.
Thanks, Ryan. And that wraps up the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. If you'd like to see an event promoted on our newscast, visit WYLNTV.com to submit a request form. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals